Program do not necessarily reflect those of the advertisers, owners, or management of Pacific Telestations LLC. For comments, opinions, and questions, please email Jess Lujan at jessthebuzz@gmail.com. The Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. Tonight, my guest, a good friend, of course, but first time since the 34th Guam Legislature, got re-elected 34th Guam Legislature, Senator Dennis Rodriguez, D-Rod, we call him here at KUAM. But again, good evening, Senator. How you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Congratulations again, your re-election.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is congratulations in order?
That's right.
Anyway, I asked you tonight a couple of things, but first and foremost, what's happening as right now as we speak? Resolution number 69, I guess, authored by the Committee on Rules, whose oversight, actually, the Committee on Rules chairman is Senator Mike Nicholas. Now, Resolution 70, you're a sponsor alongside Senator Frank Uggan Jr., right?
And Senator Joseph Augustine.
And Senator Joseph Augustine. Now, Resolution 69 and 70 kind of counteract each other in that sense. And the reason why I ask as well is because this had never happened, at least in the 3 terms, in the 6 years that I've served in the Guam Legislature, that a resolution has had to continue on with the legislature's budgeting and appropriations. How did this come about?
Well, as a new term, we had to, it was a new set of standing rules that we had. And part of the standing rules was that the first 3 months, the Committee on Rules chairman has the authority to use the same allotment as we have the previous quarter as a means of our operations. And after the third month,
like a rollover.
It's like a rollover. But after the third month, which is March 31st, we must have passed a resolution outlining the budget moving forward for the end until the end of the fiscal year. And so we were provided, at least the Committee on Rules was provided Thursday evening, a copy of a resolution that had what the allocations were, and also a provision in there that was kind of troubling to myself, which really was there to provide blanket authority to the rules chair. Blanket authority for him to do to move around any funds as he sees fit. And so,
although the 15 senators are autonomous from each,
that's right,
each and every one.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So that and so in a conversation that we had amongst a few senators. At least the majority senators, we were told by Senator Nicholas, the Rules chairman, that if we had not passed that resolution by 12 noon Friday, which was the last day for us to pass the resolution, that there essentially be a legislative shutdown. Only those offices that have lapses will be able to operate. Everyone else would need to have been sent home, and that we wouldn't have been able to back pay any of our employees unless a special resolution was passed. And so that was very alarming. I mean, you can threaten me, but don't threaten my employees. Don't threaten the employees of the legislature. And so that's what really drove myself, Senator Uggan and Senator Joseph Augustine to move forward with the resolution and said, okay, let's kind of wait this out. Let's pass a resolution to give authority to the rules chairman and to the legislature to operate for the next 2 weeks.
Now let me try to understand this, and the folks out there as well. Now, the legislature, when a budget is passed on or before September 30th, okay, and the new fiscal year starts on October 1st. Now, it's inclusive of all branches of government, 3 branches of government. Legislature is one of them. Now, isn't the legislature's budget included within the passage of an appropriations bill or a budget bill?
Yes, that's correct. And so it's the allocations that we need to be able to pass it through a resolution.
Okay, okay.
I mean, especially because this was a new term for us. So that was what that needed to happen.
But we've had new terms. I mean,
that's right. So we've done these types of resolutions at least the few times I've been in the legislature. So it was smooth and there was no problems. However, with this case, we were never provided the resolution and the budget allocation on the 11th hour, and that's what it was here. And considering, Senator, with the existing financial situation we have with the government, even with our own legislative branch, we know that there's vendors that that haven't been paid yet. And so we want to make sure that that we have all the facts in front of us, have the public review these facts as well, and then make a sound decision from there. I mean, it's kind of funny because just a resolution a few weeks ago where it was the Vice Speaker's resolution on the Davis case. The
Davis case, yeah.
We had one senator who said, you know, we shouldn't be rushing things down our throats. We should sit down and know the facts. And it's the same senator now that was trying to shove this resolution down our throats.
That's Senator Mike Nicholas. Yeah, right. I remember that. And he walked down on the boat.
That's right.
He walked down on the boat. And why'd you guys excuse him? Why'd you call for a roll call? For God's sake. But anyway, that being said, because this seems to be, I mean, I'm looking as someone who knows a little bit of legislative functions, but now as an outsider looking in, I mean, from the first day in regards to appropriations and moving from the old legislative building to the new building, some employees weren't paid, and it was said that, well, you know, we had transition and this and that, we don't know. I said, wait a minute, this is not every 2 years legislature. This is, you know, it's the 34th Guam legislature. I mean, why didn't you just copy what they did in the 33rd? So it seems to me, again, that leadership is, I don't know if they have a grip on this thing, but it's not the first time they've done it. I mean, it's the first time that he's done it, you know, but it's not the first time the legislature transitions from one legislature to the next. And I'm just like, really?
That's right. And so, you know, that's it was something that could have been very internal. It was a matter of operations of the legislature, and all Resolution 70 asked for is that we provide the authority, because as of today, as of this morning, there's really no authority to expend funds for the fiscal year 2017 budget based on our rules, and that we would have to pass a resolution that gives that authority, and even now allows for the paying of our employees.
And of course, a resolution does not require, I mean, passage of a resolution does not require, of course, the executive branch's signature.
That's right.
You know, all that. So, so where are we at? Where are we at? I mean, with the resolution. I mean, either resolution.
Sure.
I mean,
well, we haven't voted on any of those resolutions, and you know, we have a hearing, or not a hearing, a meeting on that later on today.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm baffled with what is going on, and we understand again the need for fiscal responsibility and all that. But when you're saying that you're giving authority, one person in the legislative branch to have again the authority to transfer funds and all that. Even in and out of different offices, and wait a minute, all 15 of you were elected separately, maybe as a party, but each and every one of your office, I mean, you don't have to answer to another senator. I mean, that's why, you know, if you're going to go on vacation, I mean, and you want to take your annual leave or sick leave, I mean, who do you turn your leave into? Because you are your own boss, basically.
Yeah. And that's why the senators now don't have any annual or sick leave. And so, you know, you're right, Senator. It's about, you know, each senator has the autonomy with their own offices. But at the end of the day, all we're asking for was that to provide us the facts, the state of finances of the legislative branch. And if we need to ensure that things are operational, we need to ensure that we budget for certain things in our branch, then we're all agreeable to that. We just need to know the facts in front of us. And we didn't have it when Resolution 69 was presented to us.
Yeah. Now, you still have the Committee on Health.
That's right.
Okay. Status on GMH and healthcare at this point.
Yes. Well, one of the main initiatives that I'm really working on for this term at least, and that's really my goal, is to pass healthcare para todo. Okay. I believe I spoke in one of your shows last year on this. We put a plan out together which would expand health insurance access to about 16,000 of our people. I've been speaking with...
That doesn't cover a whole... I mean, it covers a lot of people, not everybody.
Not everyone,
because a lot of people.
The data we have is about 32,000 individuals who don't have health insurance.
Sure.
So what this plan does is provide a solution, provide at least half of that. So I've been going around to the chamber, to GHRA, speaking to businesses, because there's going to be an impact on this. There's going to be impact on the businesses, on individuals as well. The bottom line with this, Senator, is that it would provide a way for a working individual to have access to health insurance. And the way it's going to be paid for is, one, paid for by the employer, two, paid for by the employee. We all have to have responsibility to provide. And also a contribution from the federal government, as well as contribution from the government of Guam.
There we go. You know what? I'm going to ask you to just